Hi guys, Wayne's Butler here. Well, I think it's about time that I do another video here. The only way my channel, or only way I'm going to be able to continue on here, is I got to clear the air. Now, as you guys know, or I had a lot of people watching that Let's Talk video, and it actually stirred up quite a firestorm, as some of you guys probably know out there. Now, unfortunately, I do have a bad temper, and once I start going, unfortunately, my temper is like a solid rocket booster. Once it's lit, there's no way of turning it off. You just have to let it burn out on its own, and that's more or less what happened that day. You know, to be honest with you, when I set out to do that video, I didn't say in my head, well, I'm going to do a video and I'm going to curse like a drunken sailor. So it actually kind of developed as the review went on. And I guess at first I have to apologize because I hurt a number of people. Some of them were my friends, and that, is what hurt extra hard. And so I owe them an apology. I should have listened. I should have listened to a lot of you, because I did have a number of guys come forward and say, hey, wait 2 or 3 days, and I lashed out at them. And that was wrong. And I apologize to those guys. But let's talk about this figure a little bit. Now, the issues that I brought up are obviously were in my, what I said in that video. I actually, I meant it when I said it, because that's how the figure was making me feel. But as I was told to give it a few days, I started looking at it here. I actually set it up. I put the stuff on the belt, and I looked at it, and I need to make some corrections. First off, the cape. Actually, the cape is movie accurate. I was wrong about that. This figure is actually based on the Dark Knight version of this suit. He actually wore this suit for almost the first quarter of Dark Knight. And the cape is accurate length. And like I said in the last video, the cape is a perfect material. And the other thing, the belt. Now, when I first got this figure, guys, I was downstairs underneath those 3 halogen headlights that I had shining down on here, which does affect how this figure looks. If you put it underneath normal room lighting, the color differences don't look quite so bad. But anyways, the belt. I did say on Retin, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, I did say that he said it was plastic, and I disagreed with him. So if he's watching this video, I apologize to him, because he is correct. The belt is plastic. It does have metal in it, but it's hard to tell. Like I say, when I first looked at it, I swore it was metal. Like, it felt metal and looked metal. But after closer examination, after playing around with it, it is plastic. It does have a cheap little tie thing at the back that's kind of cheap, but it's hidden at the back of the figure, and I'm not really that concerned about it. And as far as the color difference goes, like you say here, underneath this lighting here, it really doesn't look all that bad. And I'm going to have to live with it, you know what I mean? It's, nothing in life is perfect, and, I was probably a little harsh on this, because you guys know how crazy I am about the Batman. And considering the amount of money that I paid, I had really super high expectations. Probably too high. No company could probably ever live up to, what my expectations are. So anyways, my apology to Retin for that, because he was right and I was wrong. I'm still not a big fan of this stand, but that's easily rectified. You can, you can make another type of stand. And looking at it here, it's a beast. I've been looking at it the last couple of days, and I felt so horrible inside. I'm thinking, how in the hell could I trash this figure? It really is awesome. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. I said that Enterbay stood in the shadow of Hot Toys, and yes, they are behind Hot Toys. That's obvious, because Hot Toys is a much bigger company. Enterbay is is an up-and-coming company. That deserves some respect, because, like I said, their sculptors and their designers are, world class for sure. So I guess I owe them an apology, but it's I don't know what more I can say, guys, except, you know, I guess I'm man enough to, you know, to step forward here and apologize to, like I say, my friends that I've hurt, and other people out in the community. I was actually told last night in the PM I've been getting PM'd to death. I'm a one-finger typer, so I got carpal tunnel syndrome in my finger. So I was told that I guess I'm being trashed pretty good on the Freaks board. Well, I'm actually not part of that. I guess I could probably understand. I mean, I did say some things that maybe some guys thought was inappropriate. But, you know, at the time when I actually first heard about, you know, that uproar, apparently that, as I'm being called, flamed on the Freaks board, I don't think they were mad because they thought I was wrong. I think they were mad because they thought I might be right, or that they were scared that I was going to be right. But trust me, guys, when you get the figure, it will be awesome. I don't know if it's I don't think any figure is worth probably $500, but I paid it, and a lot of other people out there are going to be paying it too. And just, you know, just get the figure, guys. Like it's Manny D said it very well when he said in a reply to one of my comments to his Joker review that, you know, these figures aren't our salvation. And I don't think a truer word could be spoken, so shout out to him. I really loved that Joker review. I mean, that Joker figure is, man, it's so real. So real. Hopefully I'll get it and I'll be giving it a proper review. So I just want to end this video, guys. What's happening here, you see it sitting here in the showcase. This is actually the beginning of the diorama. I actually have another backdrop that's going to be going in the back of this. I actually have, let's see if I can get it on camera here. It's something I've started. I know it looks like shit right now. It's actually just in its, hope you can see it. It's in its rough stages. It's actually made out of sonotube, you know, the foam I like to use in wood. I'm going to be rusting in it and, you know, putting some more braces in here, riveting. I'm trying to recreate, you know, something that's from Gotham City, the way Nolan did it in Begins. As much as I like that trilogy, because Dark Knight Rises, as you guys know, was, you know, a super epic film, I actually prefer Nolan's vision, or the way Nolan portrayed Gotham City in Begins. It's a much more darker, grittier city, much more relative to the storyline. But you know, there's so much other goodness that wasn't really a letdown. It was just more of an observation. So, anyways, guys, I thought it was important to do this video. I hope the people out there who I've offended will accept my apology, and let's just move forward and enjoy this hobby. And shout out to everybody who left positive comments on that video. That's much appreciated. But know that I'm man enough to stand here in front of the community and say I'm sorry. I was wrong. Wayne's Butler signing off. Peace and love to all.